Hey everybody, good morning. It is Saturday here for my Wholist Curate Your Health Tribe. I have had a busy morning this morning. Got up early. Well, the puppy was up like every 2 hours, so it was like I had a newborn again. Put the kids in charge of her for a little while. Played on my new Peloton bike, which I did not realize you can get for a payment plan, which is pretty amazing for those of you who've been considering it. It's really been awesome to have it at home so I can multitask the kids and everything else. And I just wanted to come on a little bit then and talk a little bit about, exercise. Hi Leon, hi Mildred. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about kind of the benefits of exercise for health, because I think sometimes we have some misinformation about this, just sort of like most of the information out there about health can be pretty confusing and conflicting. So first of all, again, I'm Heather Hammerstead. I'm a lifestyle medicine physician. What that means is that we use the evidence behind food and sleep and exercise and mindfulness and mindset to prevent and reverse disease. And we do coaching and consulting here. I'm also a speaker and an author. And one of my announcements is that I have a podcast that just started. This is pretty exciting. It's called Curate Your Health. First episode is up and you can get it anywhere where you subscribe. That being said, so there are a lot of different types of exercise. It's not all the same. You have cardiorespiratory exercise, you have resistance, flexibility, agility, and balance. And that's basically the way that I think about it. The one that's, I think, easiest for people to get their brain around is cardiorespiratory, which basically means that's like your cardio, right? That's when you're walking, that's when you're running, that's when you're doing HIIT exercises. Very important to do. And some of the lifestyle medicine data shows that if you get to 150 minutes per week of moderately vigorous exercise, that's where you start getting the best health benefits. So that's kind of a combination of all of that. But when you have that limit is when you get to the kind of top health benefits. So that's kind of how you can decide about the timing of your exercise. That being said, anything is better than nothing, which means that if you normally walk, once a week and that's it, that's great. If you want to go up by like a minute every week, that's awesome. Hi, Jen. If you sit all the time at work, getting up every 20 minutes and walking for 2 minutes kind of gets rid of the mortality. Yes, I'm serious. The mortality, which means death directly attributable to just sitting. So really something. So get up and move, get a standing desk, walk every 20 minutes for a couple minutes. That's a great start. But if you do have a goal for long-term health, we are talking about 150 minutes of moderately vigorous exercise. That means like, you can still talk when you're exercising, but not really. And that's really where that benefit is. What is the benefit? I know a lot of you are here for weight loss and weight maintenance tips. Exercise is not the panacea for weight. What it does help with is decreases your cancer risk, improves your cardiovascular risk, helps with metabolic syndromes, prediabetes, diabetes. It actually helps with mood, depression, anxiety. It has a million reasons why you should exercise. Losing weight is not one of them. So I used to think this all the time, right? I used to think like I could eat whatever I wanted, drink whatever I wanted, and then just like run it off. And it worked for me for a really long time because I was young, right? But as we get older, our metabolics change, our hormonal systems change. That's not just, our female hormones, it's everything. The way that our leptin and ghrelin and all of our cytokine inflammatory pathways all work. So it gets harder. Hi, Allie. What does help with weight? It's actually resistance training is really the only exercise that has been directly associated with weight. I would say otherwise, it's probably only like 10% of the story of weight. It is exercise. So that means that 90% of it is in the kitchen. Sorry, the when, the why, the what you eat, which is why that's what we concentrate on here at Wholist. So resistance exercise, like what do I mean by that? I basically mean, using your muscles to lift yourself or using your muscles to lift other things, right? So it's lifting weights if that's something you want to do. But you can, hi Karen, hi Kim, you can also do it by just moving your body, right? So they have those TRX things you can use, you can get them at home. Those of you who are Beachbody coaches, I know there's a lot of people in the tribe who are. There's tons of stuff you can get on Beachbody for that. But even just like learning to move your body against itself. And so nothing as complicated as necessarily like push-ups. but moving things away and towards you and creating strength in the muscles, right? So that is the most important part of exercise that you can do for weight maintenance, weight loss. I would say that if you do it strongly enough where you're like barely able to keep your breathing, you can count that towards that 150 minutes per week of moderately vigorous exercise. So again, everything is better. Anything is better than nothing. Even a 10-minute increment each time going up is going to make a big difference. And so what I used to do when I was running a lot more than I am now, because I'm doing a lot of, like I said, Peloton bike, I would try to go up like a minute every week, or like a little one click on the treadmill every week, and do it incrementally. Sort of like what we do in our weight wellness program. We take small wins and we amplify on them so that you can get sustainable long-term change. Same thing with exercise. You don't want to burn out. So that's about it for today. I have a full day of soccer games mixed in with some work and some kind of party stuff tonight, so it'll be fun. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday morning. This is obviously like full real deal morning exercise, Heather, so thanks for tuning in for authenticity and transparency, right? Well, my kids are like watching a show that I bribed them with. So again, a couple of announcements. We have a group program that starts on Monday. It's on a flash sale for almost half of what it is at public pricing. Hi, Nancy. And we also have a podcast that just got released, so you can subscribe, called Curate Your Health, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. So I hope that this gave you a little bit of motivation to get some exercise into your day today. I hope it cleaned up some misinformation about what we use exercise for. Again, it's for cardiovascular, cancer, metabolic, mood, all of those things, decreasing your risk for those, not necessarily a panacea for weight loss. So I would love to hear comments from you guys, and I am going to go find a puppy and make sure she's not peeing somewhere, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.